Today is the three-letter system. Yes, 3 letters. I'm thinking of a number plus 2 times another number minus 3 times another number is 9. Cross your Z's. I'm really telling you, cross your Z's, because if you don't, they'll start looking like 2's and you'll mess up. Okay, see it happen all the time. But also, 2 times that number, subtract the other number, plus 2 times another number is -8. And one more equation is 15. What's X, what's Y, and what's Z? You have to figure out X and Y and Z. And if you're like, well, I'll type it in Desmos. Desmos can't graph 3-dimensionally. Now, there is things some people know about their calculators, like with a Casio. You can press mode. You can press EQN for equation. And this solves equations. For example, number 1, if your equation has X and Y, you could type in the numbers you see, X, Y, and the number, X, Y, and the number. If you've got X, Y, and Z, with his equation, X, Y, Z, you press number 2, and you could type these numbers in, 1, 2, -3, 9, and just type them all in. And you would just type these in, 1, hit enter, 2, and just move around, -3, 9, and keep going. If you type them all in, this will solve it. Oh, okay. So I can't really stop anybody from doing stuff like this on the test or just going online and looking for a systems of equation solver. But we're going to try it anyway. And on the test, I'm going to see that you know what you're doing. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, we're going to eliminate. Notice they're lined up, but you can't do 3 equations at once. There's a trick to doing these. If you don't have a strategy, you could take you pages and pages and you never know what you're doing. But you can't work with all 3. It's too much to handle. So here's the trick. Choose a letter to eliminate. Some people think you have to use X. Pick your favorite letter, X or Y or Z. Which letter do you think's easiest to get rid of? Maybe the one that has the smallest numbers? Check out X. These X's, they're already opposite, aren't they? Okay, so I'm going to go with X. But it's your choice. Now, since I chose X, the strategy is, and see, a lot of people did this in the past, but a lot of people said because of distance learning, we never got to. So there's a strategy. If you ever had trouble with this before, use my strategy. Choose a letter. I choose X. Okay? Don't change your mind. That's the rule. That's the most important thing. You can't change your mind. Doesn't matter what letter, but whatever letter you pick, don't change your mind. You must stick to that letter, because here's what you're going to do. Can't handle 3 at once. Can't handle it, man. Okay. Put 2 equations together to eliminate your letter. You know what you should do? Let's just ignore the middle equation. Some people call them row 1, row 2, row 3. What if you just had that as a problem? Get rid of X. Okay. After you do that, let's do that right now. Okay. Let's put these 2 together. And you might have to multiply. Luckily, I don't have to multiply. So I'm going to put those together. And I'm going to do it like on this other piece of paper. I'm going to do them right on this other piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to just go up here and write on this other piece of paper. And okay, so let's see. X minus X. Okay, that's gone. Cool, so I don't even have to multiply. 2y and 3y is 5y. -3 and -4 is -7z equals 9 and 15 is 24. Let me check, because I hate to make a mistake. 2 and 3 is 5. Minus is -7. 9, okay, I'm happy with this, right? Save this equation for later. We're going to save that. Okay, I'm going to put this over to the side. Okay, now what do? So I'm going to move this. So don't forget we have that. You can't solve it yet, can you? Okay, here's what you do. Do it again. Do it again with 2 more equations. You already did 1 and 3. You already did these 2. So pick 2 different ones. Do you want to do these 2? Or do you want to do these 2? Now you might say, hey, the Y looks, no, can't change your mind. That's the trick. Okay, how about, it's your choice, doesn't matter. I'm going to do these 2. Okay, Remember, we already did 1 and 3. We already did top and bottom. So let's do these two. Oh, we have to multiply. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Let's go up here. Let's change this guy. That's a 2. Let's make it a -2. Some people can do this in their head. They can multiply this, add to that all at once. That's a good skill to do. But let's times this by 2. So I'm gonna rewrite it right here. Everybody, and don't forget the end, minus 2x. Okay, to everybody, right? 2 times 3, 6y. 2 times -4 minus 8z. And don't forget the last one. Don't forget the last one. Don't forget the last, because people forget. 30. Okay, let me check. So no evil negatives. One mistake and the whole problem explodes in my face. Okay, the whole thing becomes a mess. -2, -6, -8, and 30. Okay, what am I going to do with that now? Remember, we weren't using that. Now, oh yeah, I was trying to put these two together, right? So we doubled it. So now let's put these together. So let me just cover this one up. I times it by 2. Now I can eliminate again, right? Let's get rid of x because that's the letter I chose. 2, remember my paper over here? Remember that? Remember that equation I say? In fact, you know what? I can just write it over here. 5y minus 7z is 24, right? Okay, we got it right there. Put a box around it so you don't lose it, okay? So now let's do these. In fact, let's just write it over here under this one. 2x minus 2x, gone. 6y minus y, 5y. 2z minus 8z, minus 6z. 30 minus 8, 22. See how my 2's look like z's? That's why I crossed my z's. Maybe I should put a little loopy on my 2, right? So they don't look like z's. Okay, I'm gonna check again. One mistake and the whole disaster happens. Okay, I got it. So what did we do? What did we accomplish? Look what we got. 2 letters, 2 equations. We already know how to do that. So the trick is change 3 into 2. And how do you do that? Choose a letter to eliminate x. So what we did, once again, I covered this up. We eliminated x. So we had an equation with just y and z. And then we pick 2 different equations. We eliminate x again, because that's our letter. And once you eliminate x again, you get another equation with y and z. I only got 2 letters now. And once you have only 2 letters, you know how to finish from there, don't you? You can finish that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and finish it. Let's see. And if you want to get rid of the z's, you're going to have to make these 42, times that by 6 and that by 7, maybe a oh wait, y looks easier, doesn't it? Let's time just by, oh, how about a -1? And some people can do it in their head, go -5 and 5 is gone. Negative times negative is +7 minus 6. So if you want to do it in your head, you can, but you know what? I'm going to write it just so you see what I'm doing. Times everybody. -5 and 5 is gone. Negative times negative is +7. Z. 7 and -6. 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6 is 1z. Oh, don't forget the last one. -24. -24 and 22 is -2. Make it too loopy there. 1z is -2. Oh, I got a letter, didn't I? Of course, you got to get them all. But guess what? You got through the hardest part. What you can do now? Plug it in. Where do you plug it in? Don't go over here. Too much work. Go right back to where you were. You got the answer. Go right back where you were. Go to the smallest equation on your paper. One of these. You want to do the first one or the second one? You got z. Let's just replace z. I'll just use the second one. Let's put -2 right there, right? 5y negative times negative is +12 is 22. Solve that. Move the 12 over. 5y subtract 12. 22 minus 12 is 10. 5 times what is 10? 5. 2. Y is 2. Woohoo! See how fast that was? Now we just need x. Where's x? Oh, here he is. Pick your one. You got y and z. How about I just use the top one? I don't know x. I got y. Y is 2. I got z. Z is -2, and you can get that to work. X plus 2 times 2 is 4. Negative times negative is positive. Always double check anything. One lost negative in all this work and the whole thing doesn't work. You end up with a fraction or something. Okay. 2 times 2, checking again, negative times negative. X plus 10 is 9. Let's subtract 10. Subtract 10, move that over. X is negative 1. Woohoo! And that's it. How do you know you're right? Check it. Check it in one of the others. Let's just see. Negative 1, 2, and make sure you put them in the right spot. Negative 2. This better be negative 8. Oh, please, 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 please be negative 8, right? Negative 2 minus 2, 2 times negative 2 minus 4, negative 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 is it? Yes, it worked, right? And of course, you should check it in the last one also. And then that's my answer. And of course, we like to put them in order. X, Y, Z. That's how if you check in the back of the book, they're going to put it in order. X, Y, Z, just like a point, but it's a three-dimensional point. Negative 1, Y is 2, and Z is negative 2. Like in a game, world's three-dimensional. It's X, Y, and Z coordinates. And there's your answer. So what you need to do now is do this problem again completely on your own. If you watched it, doesn't mean you can do it. What you do is copy the problem down, see if you can do it all again on your own. And if you want extra challenge, choose another letter instead of X. Go, you know what? Let me try to do it starting with Y and eliminate the Y's. It's always going to work. That's your example.